It's high noon. What's poppin' gamers? It is me, Leon, with a brand new 7 quick tips video. Today we're gonna be talking about Wild West inspired builds. If you've seen any classic Western cowboy movies, you probably know this kind of style pretty well. I think it's a really neat and underrated look that can be reproduced in the Minecraft medium really well. Like the last video, this topic was chosen by a YouTube poll. So if you want to help choose which topics make it onto 7 quick tips next, then keep an eye out for those. Anyways, let's cut the chit chat and get right into 7 quick tips for making Wild West themed builds in Minecraft. One, the Badlands is best. In my humble opinion, there's no better biome for this kind of theme than the Badlands. You could get away with doing a Wild West inspired build in a savanna, a desert, or even a plains if you really wanted to. But let's be real, the Badlands is like the Wild West biome. The old-timey Wild West aesthetic is known for rocky cliffs, towering pillars of clay and sandstone, wide-open deserts, and barren, scraggly grasslands filled with rocks, snakes, and cacti. Like usual, I recommend going through the internet for inspiration. Even while writing this script that you're hearing right now, I've been browsing search results for Wild West, Western aesthetic, and others to really nail down what makes the Western theme great. 2. Bring in some stuff from the other biomes to make the Badlands better. The Badlands is the best Minecraft biome for Wild West builds, but it's still lacking a couple things. In particular, cacti. There really aren't many cacti in the vanilla Minecraft Badlands. Try bringing in some cacti from the desert and sea pickles from the warm oceans to add a little bit of succulent action to your surrounding environment. Path blocks, glow lichen, and rails can also look really nice. Path blocks are great for an old-timey footpath running through a town. Glow lichen looks like scraggly moss on the side of a sun-beaten rock, and little bits of rails in your landscape can look like the remnants of an old train line that used to run through the area or an old mining quarry that got lost to time. This in particular helps give your build a bit of history, depth, and character to it. Last but definitely not least, horses. You can't have a Wild West build without cowboys riding horses, horses kept in stables, or herding ranches of cattle. Bring over some horses from the plains or wherever else you can find them. If you're in survival, then the best ways to transport mobs are either by boat or by minecart. If you're in creative mode, then just spam that horse spawn egg until you're happy. 3. Acquire tons of wood. It's the Wild West. Everything is built out of wood. With the exception of possibly a couple things built out of stone or terracotta, you're basically only going to be using wood for every build, which isn't a bad thing at all. Wood is like the most versatile kind of block in the game, and with so many different colors and textures to work with, you can still get really creative with basically just wood blocks. Here's a little build that I whipped up just now that pretty much only uses wood blocks. There's a saloon, a horse stable, and an old-timey general store, as well as a couple other little details. Check it out. 4. Build around a central road or pathway. A staple of Wild West media is the sorta like central main road where you have your shootouts and your duels and all those fun things. Try the same thing in Minecraft. Your town is gonna feel a lot more westerny if you build around a large central path. Try making it out of path blocks with coarse dirt and wooden planks for detail. Another staple of old-timey western culture is the railroad town. Back in the day, railroads were the only real way to connect people and ship goods over large distances, so it would make sense that little towns would pop up wherever the trains went. Remember the little western build I made earlier with the saloon? I've added a quaint little railroad stop to it. Check it out. Five, trapdoors. Literally just trapdoors. That is the entire tip right there. That's it. I will never shut up about how cool and versatile trapdoors are. In particular, spruce, dark oak, and birch are my personal favorites. I throw these things everywhere, I am not kidding. Vertical trapdoors are great for making thin, flimsy wood walls. They could also be shelves, or part of a wooden archway, or a table, or a decoration around some barrels, or use them in your ceiling with campfires and slabs, or put them around a wooden support beam to really reinforce it. As you can see, there are many uses for trapdoors in all kinds of wood builds, and the Wild West is no exception. Get creative with this amazing block and let your imagination run wild. 6. Learn some cool decoration tricks to add some amazing rustic detail. Alright, let's hop into a quick little montage of some of my favorite decorating hacks that fit very well in a western style. Put buttons at the ends of logs for a bit of depth and detail. Use extinguished campfires either as a floor or hanging over a window since the log texture is fantastic. Signs look like boarded up windows and support beams. Use scaffolding and stairs to make a flimsy saloon table and chair. Banners can be used to make huge letters, perfect for those old-timey shops you see in the western movies. You can use gates as saloon doors. A cauldron underneath a chain looks like a bucket in a water well. Another very important block to use is gold. The Wild West and the frontier is often synonymous with the American gold rush from the mid-1800s. Gold is plentiful in the Badlands biomes, and if you're building a mining town or building near a cave, try throwing in some gold ore and nuggets. There are definitely many more cool western build hacks out there. If you want to see more, shameless plug incoming, check out my build hacks videos for trapdoors, buttons, signs, raw ore blocks, and campfires. 7. Don't be afraid to dirty up your builds. The Wild West was a dirty, dusty place. Your builds should reflect that. Let's make these paths messy and dirty with coarse dirt and wood all over the place. And let's throw in some dead bushes as well. Your buildings can be dilapidated, boarded up, or a patchwork of different woods and textures. Maybe throw around some barrels and chests in unorganized piles as opposed to neat, orderly rows, which don't really fit the vibe. When I think Wild West, I think of dusty desert trails, sun-bleached wooden shacks, and small, dirty frontier towns. And I know it's hard to replicate that kind of look in Minecraft, but any sort of dirtying up or randomization of the textures can really make a big difference. Alrighty fellas, I hope all you radical gamers on the World Wide Web had a good time consuming this video. Thank you for watching to the end, I really appreciated it. If you enjoyed, please like the video and hit that subscribe button so I get that sweet YouTube clout. Until next time, have a wonderful day my dudes, and check back next week for more 7 quick tips. Peace.